Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to talk about my NIOD favourites. I love all of these products, but most of these that I'm going to talk about today were sent to me by Deciem, but with no conditions. You guys know that when I get offered to be sent stuff, I only agree if there's no like, we'll send you this, but can you do this video or can you do this post or whatever? And there's never any conditions with Deciem, because to me, if a company sends you a product without any conditions, that to me just means that they've got the confidence that you are going to love their products and they know you'll want to talk about them, and that is usually the way. I know that I love these products, so most of these are favourite products that were sent to me, but there are a couple that I actually bought myself, and even within the favourites I have bought these in the past several times actually, so I'll tell you as we go through. But I've also got here 3 items that I have yet to try, or I've yet to try fully, so I'll tell you what those are as well. But let me start with my favourites. So the first one, probably no surprise if you watch me, but I love the low viscosity cleaning Ester. When I discovered this, I was just like, oh, this is just heaven, because I'm one of those unusual people that doesn't take my makeup off in the shower, that much. I mostly like to sit on the couch with my cotton wool pads and some kind of oily makeup remover. And this is my ultimate one. It's just, this is like you put a little bit of this on a cotton pad or a reusable cotton pad, you wipe over your eyes and it's like that advert. Have you ever seen the advert? I think it's for the Nivea one, where they show her with makeup on and then she puts the pad on and there's nothing there. It's almost like that, because it literally just attracts it all to it. And so you don't have to rub at all. And that's what I love about this. So I have normally got a bottle of this in stock. I think I only had a little bit left in my other bottle, and I've got a couple of the smaller bottles as well, so I take them normally on holiday as kind of a treat. Okay, next let me talk about the Fractionated Eye Contour Concentrate. This is an eye serum. This, I know that hundreds of you swear by this, and I have bought this one several times. I will link in the description the link to a set. There is a set, I think it's set 1, that has the low viscosity cleaning Ester, a smaller bottle of the eye concentrate. It has an MMHC, so a hyaluronic acid that I'm going to talk about, and it also has a photography fluid in it. So that's really good if you just want to try these items. But this is just amazing. And you guys know that I am not really into eye creams. I will buy eye creams to try them, and I never end up remembering to use them. But whenever I have this, I remember to use it, because it feels so different to anything else. It is a very thin sort of liquid, but it's very, very silky, and it feels so super hydrating. And especially at the moment, I did a TCA peel about 4 days ago, because it's starting to peel a little bit here, and I've been using this on my eyes and it feels so soothing. It doesn't sting or anything like that. This is just the nicest eye solution I've ever used. I say eye solution because it's not really an eye cream, but yeah, I always remember to use it when I have it, because it's just such a pleasure to use. And I did notice this morning that when putting concealer on, it just seems to go on better. It just seems to sit better and not be so, like it didn't take any blending at all to put my concealer on. It's almost like, I suppose because it's more hydrated, you know. The next thing to talk about is this. This is the MMHC, so the Multimolecular Hyaluronic Complex. This one is really interesting, I think, because if you've watched any of my videos over the last year or so, you may remember one where I said things that I'm not using anymore, and hyaluronic acid was one of them, because I have tried every hyaluronic acid out there and none of them did anything for my skin. They didn't give me any hydration at all. I didn't like the feeling of it on my skin, but I have always enjoyed this one. So I don't know whether it's because they have got all the different sizes of hyaluronic acid in here. Again, it's a very thin formula, but it feels a little bit silky. It's not quite as watery as most of the other ones that I've tried, and it just feels amazing on the skin, and my skin does feel more hydrated. And I tested this out actually because I have bought a night cream from Boots by a company called Skin Proud. I've never heard of them, but it's a kombucha night cream, and it was actually really nice, but my skin felt ever so tight, and so I thought, well, let me put this underneath it, put the kombucha cream on top and see if it helps, and it did. So I do really like this. It's different to any other hyaluronic acid I've tried. And like I said, that comes in the set. You get those 3 plus the photography fluid, although not the one that I've got here. The next item to talk about is the non-acid acid precursor, and this is what you can use if you don't want to use acids, or if your skin is too sensitive for acids, this is something you can use. It has different ingredients in it that will still help the sort of turnover of the skin. This doesn't ever sting me, but it's one of those products that I must have been sent it originally because I feel like it's something that I wouldn't have been drawn to, but when I used it, I was like, oh my goodness, my skin feels amazing. Like my skin feels so soft when I use this. I haven't used this one since getting it actually. I don't want to use every single product because I want to try a few things out. Even there, it feels just so, the formula is just so silky and soft, and you put it on and your skin just feels amazing. And I remember I went to a Deciem event and somebody had asked me what my favourite product was, and I told her, and she went, oh, do you know, she says, I hadn't tried that, but one of the other girls that worked there just was raving about this as well. It's just, I think it's one of their underrated products, you know, that you don't hear much about, but it is really, really lovely on your skin. Really, really nice. Makes you feel kind of like you've had a facial. Okay, next to talk about is this, the hydration vaccine. And I have to say, I don't love the jar that this comes in. And when I have bought this myself, I have bought it in the bigger tube. I have shelled out for the bigger size because it comes in a tube, and I much prefer that. I know that you can buy a spoon to go with this, but a long metal spoon, which some of you guys love. But for me, I'm like, well, then I'd want to wash the spoon every day, because where would I keep it? You know, unless it came with a container, and even then I'd still probably want to wash it every day. So I prefer to buy the bigger tube, but the actual product is just beautiful. It is the most moisturizing thing I've ever used, and again, I know that a lot of you love it. That's what it's like. That's just, there's a bit in the lid. Normally if you sit them upside down, there's enough that you can take out of the lid so that you're not actually sticking your fingers in the pot. That's what it's like, and this is just, it's so beautiful. I can't explain how lovely this is. It feels like, and I'm using the word silk a lot, but it feels like silk going on, but this is not in any way greasy. If you really want some good hydration, but you worry about things feeling sort of rich and greasy and clogging, this doesn't at all. It just feels, it's almost matte, but it's like it's sealed everything in, it's sealed every bit of moisture in, you know, it just feels amazing. And if ever my skin is really, if I'm really struggling for moisture, this is one of the things I would and have bought over the years. This is up there in my top 5, I would say. Next is the photography fluid. Excuse the state of the bottle. You can see that this is my one and I've used it quite a lot. This is the photography fluid tan opacity 8%. So this is not the 12% that you get in the little set. That one is a highlighting one, which is lovely, but I don't ever use the kind of highlighter one. This one is more of a tan one. So that's the colour it is. And you only need the tiniest amount, which is why this bottle looks like this, because there's still up to there, and I have used this an awful lot, but it's just the most beautiful colour. I was actually comparing it yesterday to the other tans I've got, and this one is just more, it's less orange, it's not quite as dark as my other ones. It seems to give a more sort of natural colour, and I use this either all over my face, or I will use it just after my foundation. I'll put some kind of here and on my head and a little bit on my nose, you know, that kind of sort of as a bronzer, and I just love it. And I have tried many liquid bronzers since, and this is still my favourite. It lasts all day, it doesn't break up, it doesn't look patchy, it's just beautiful, so I love that. Next is the voicemail mask, and this one is in a jar, as you can see, and I first discovered this when I went to the Deciem event in Edinburgh, and was given this to try, and I loved it so much that I have since bought another bottle myself. Now this one doesn't come in a bigger tube, and I'm okay with this one being in a bottle because I do use this as a mask when my skin is really hydrated. This one, oh, I'm actually quite far down on this one as well. This one smells like basil. That's what it reminds me of. It smells like herbs, but this one is also quite runny, so it is one you could tip out. Let me show you. You can see there a little drop, but this is one that you put on. It's almost like just using a night cream, you know, you basically use it as a night cream, and it tells you to wash it off in the morning. But you've heard me say before, I don't really agree with I don't really think there is such a thing as a night mask, because normally it just means it's a cream. It's just that, you know, these ones that are saying overnight mask are making it sound like a mask where really it's just a night cream. But this one, you can actually feel that it's still on your skin in the morning, and I wouldn't recommend this for really oily skin. I don't think, if my skin was still really oily, I don't think I'd like this. It might, I don't know whether it would break me out or not, but I don't think I'd like the feeling. But if your skin is super parched and you're looking for something to give yourself that kind of hit, then this is great. And I don't use it all the time. I use it, I think it says you can use it a couple of times a week, but like I said, I just use it if I'm like, oh, my skin's really dry, I need to treat it. I would put this on at night and then do my usual skincare in the morning, and it's lovely. So those are my favourites. The next three products, like I said, are kind of new to me, or newish to me. I'll explain what I mean. So this is the Superoxide Dismutase Saccharide Mist. I remembered I have actually had this once before, and my concern was that there was a lot of comments saying that it smelt weird. And this one smells fine, and my other one smelled fine. So I'm now over that concern, if you like, because I remember loving it, but I can't remember what exactly I loved about it. But I started using this. I got these products 2 days ago, and I've been using it ever since. And I don't know what it is about this, but it's quite addictive. Like, I've been spraying it underneath putting on skincare, and, you know, spraying it in the morning when I finish my skincare before I put my makeup on, and it feels quite soothing. I need to look into this more. I think this is one of the few products that I haven't actually done a full review on, but I know that a lot of you guys swear by this, so I'd love to hear from you. What is it that you love about this? What has it done for your skin? And like I said, it's actually quite addictive to use, so I am going to keep on using this, and I'm happy to do a review if you would like. Next is the Copper Amino Isolate Serum, and this is version 3. I have tried one of these in the past, and I don't remember thinking too much of it, so I'm interested to see this new version, and the fact that so many of you again swear by this, and so I really want to, it's one of those products that I want to love it, because I want to know, I want to see what everybody else is seeing. So I'm excited to try this again and see if I notice any difference in my skin. And then the final product that is very new to me is this one. This is the Bio Lipid Concentrate. It's something I've wanted to try for a while but wasn't sure, and I've only used it once. I used it yesterday and I got a real tingling on my lips, but I actually really liked it. I liked how it felt, so I'm really curious to see how this works. And again, happy to do a review. I probably will do a review of this one. I've never talked about this before on my channel, so let me know if you use this and what you like about it. So that's everything to show you just now. I would say my top 3 are my low viscosity cleaning Ester, and then these two. If you try anything, so I don't think the cleansing, the low viscosity cleaning Ester, I don't think that will be for everybody, because a lot of people want to wash their makeup off in the shower. But if you try these two, I honestly don't think anybody would be disappointed. The non-acid acid precursor and the hydration vaccine are just beautiful for any type of skin, I would say. So that's everything. Don't forget the 23% off finishes at the end of November, so it's a really good time to try NIOD products if you've wanted to for a while. By the way, just to confuse matters, you are going to see me in this makeup and outfit, and then there'll probably be another video in the previous makeup and outfit, but that's just because I wanted to get this one up quickly and hadn't finished editing the other one, the TCA peel one, but I wanted to get this up so you could still benefit from the November discount. So yeah, that's everything. Let me tell you what I'm wearing makeup wise. I have got on, believe it or not, I've not got a foundation on. I've got on the Garnier BB Cream in, I think it's in light that I've got, light to medium. Yeah, there's only 2 colours. On my eyes is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eyes, the new one, the Smoky Eyes Forever, I think it's called. On my cheeks, the blush is by Vieve and it's called Pesca. On my lips is a Stila liquid lipstick. No, not Stila, sorry, Too Faced liquid lipstick in my type. I think it was the wrong colour to go with all this, but never mind. And that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.